Right. Hi guys, this is Fazlin. All right, I'm actually right now with a really important guy here in Singapore, who I who I relate myself to very well as a very close friend, and I'm sure most of you have already known him. He's none other than business coach Rafi Ansari himself. Right. Let me just start it off with business coach Rafi himself, and I really want to ask him exactly what we have always been keeping in touch through WhatsApp and stuff. However, we seldom actually meet face to face. He's a really busy guy. So this is one of those times where I can actually meet up with him and do it FB live. So I would really appreciate if there's anyone now here who's tuning into this live. If you have any questions pertaining to business needs, business objective, please feel free to just leave your questions in the comments. All right, and I'm sure Mr. Rafi right here will be able to actually answer those questions for you. All right, so let's just talk about Mr. Rafi right here. Exactly what is his plan now and what is his plans for the future?
Plan for the future. Okay, just a bit more here because I saw from the meeting. Plan for the future in the 2019 plan. I'll be focusing a lot more on helping my clients, especially in Singapore. That will be my target market, but at the same time helping those in Malaysia as well. And maybe put a foot into Malaysia, starting off with Batam. Do a lot more training programs, partnering with quite a number of people. One of my talks, I will have a monthly talk. The talk will be by, I call it the coach interview. I'm going to interview prominent business owners who have many years of business experience and various topics. So each month I will schedule a session, and again, you just come and then you can ask questions with that to help move your business in for the next coming years and so forth. Again, it's not the talk is not by me. I'm facilitating. I'm just giving a sort of like a short question and answer session, but they are by very strong business owners. They are not from the Malay community, but they are from the mainstream community. So that's basically my area of focus for 2019.
Right. Maybe you can just elaborate a little bit further about this upcoming event. How can actually our audience right now, who's tuning in right now, maybe those who are interested can actually register or take part in this event that you just mentioned.
The coach interview is just like a short a question and answer session. It's 2 hours where business owners can come and ask questions on specific areas of business. The module that I have would be, one would be on HR practice, moving from maybe how to exit, also at the same time I'm also looking at franchise as well as contracts, legal contracts and all that. So again, these are areas where a lot of business owners, especially those whom I've met 5, maybe 10 years in business, are still struggling to grasp. So I want to get first-hand experience for first questions we can ask these people who have first-hand experience of how they went. They are specialists in their field. They are business owners who have been there, done that, and that's why I highlighted them, and I want to give them the opportunity to share. At the same time, I would expect the community or any of my friends there in the channel, right, to come and join, and also make sure that you take away, have a lot of takeaways from the session, so that you understand that business is too dynamic for just to say it's all about marketing. It's too dynamic, right? Of course, when you first start, it's going to be about marketing. As you scale, then it's going to be about a lot more of other issues, especially human resource, managing your finance, growing, and all that. Therefore, I look into the different. Every month we would have one, and I will make it convenient for you to travel and a good place for you, more some sort like a very nice place for you to mingle and also network.
Fantastic. Okay, I'm sure you have already coached a lot of businesses here in Singapore. Not only in Singapore, you even mentioned about companies in Malaysia as well.
Yes.
What are the current problems that most of them are facing right now? And I'm sure most of our audience right here, who is tuning in or tuning in right now, will be facing the same problems as well.
Okay, business owners on essence, they are good business owners. They know how to grow their business, but when it comes to setbacks, like they need clarity on how to face the setbacks, right? For example, now you know the retail market is hard hit. Consumer behavior has changed.
Right.
Now a person has been doing this for 10, 20 years, doing the same thing over and over, would have issues coming to grasp with the current reality of business. So they need someone who can give them ideas and ask them look at the plans, and that's what I do. I basically knock sense into business owners by giving them clarity and focus so that they achieve what they have set out to achieve, right? So it's not that these business owners are not good at doing business, but they, along the way they have missed or they have not identified areas where they should be focusing on, and that's where I have to sell them the point where you got to focus on this as you need to grow. Then they realize after a while they say I have been not looking into this. For example, there will be business owners who don't have their accounts books well and all that. They do not factor in finance for growth and all that. So again, these are issues that basically business owners face.
Sorry to interrupt. I mean, it goes back to the same question that I actually posed yesterday. Some business people that spoke to me mentioned that there are some products that they have which is really good, really good products in the market, but they are not doing really well. While there are some businesses as well who doesn't have product which is really mediocre in that sense, but they are flourishing. So maybe Coach Rafi can actually explain to us exactly why is that so, and how they can remedy or rectify this issue then.
Okay, I think it goes down to I mean, there are many ways to look at it, but what we can say is one of the areas is marketing. A mediocre product, if it's marketed well and all that, of course, we're happy. Maybe for traffic traffic or stream of people that is going to buy and test your product. But then that's real. I think if you are going for a plan that is or a company that intend to stay in the long run, then for the long term, then is to ensure that the product is good and as well as a good marketing strategy. But if you have a good product, you do not have a strong marketing strategy, you will also not be able to market your products well. So in the end, like nobody knows that you're selling the products at the same time. So again, in entrepreneurship, we always talk about balance, right? You can't grow a business fast, right? Of course, there are people who advocate that, but again, we cannot. A conventional business and a business, let me see, they call it a startup. You don't do it the same way as a conventional business, right? So you need to understand the balance, and you take the story between about the rabbit and the tortoise. It's always about consistency, right? So you go for growth, right? You go for growth, and then you go for
not for speed.
Yeah,
you can go slow, but as long as it's really.
I mean, you have seen businesses that you know now 1 or 2 years later they have disappeared, right?
True.
We cannot. There's a different type of business. You have the internet business.
To interrupt, we are not exactly trying to say some bad things about those businesses that have failed. It's just that we want to learn from that failure how we can actually use that to actually make it better, right, for all of our businesses as well.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's all about sustainability.
Correct.
Right? It's all about sustainability. It's not how fast you grow the business, it's how long you stay in the business.
It's true. It's true. Sustaining the business, I think that is the real challenge nowadays. I'm sure the business landscape has really changed as compared to businesses 10 years back, right? How important is for us to actually marry online and offline marketing? Because I think you did mention about marketing as well, and how important marketing is right now for many businesses, not only here in Singapore, but worldwide as well. So how actually marry online and offline marketing together, and how important are both?
Okay, you first have to understand that it all depends on the market segment or the people who you are targeting your products with too. So you have to look at the consumer behavior. If you are selling products like mine, I don't go to online and it's very different ball game. And those selling products, that's worth $30 or $40, like what do you call that? Maybe they can sell it from eBay or what we have that e-commerce platform. So it really varies, because therefore you have to look at the various markets. You have to understand the various market strategies and tactics that you can use for your business.
Right.
So that's why I say one size doesn't fit all. You must really understand the business, the clients, the consumer behavior, right, and how your target market works or thinks and feel. Then you would really understand. For example, I have a client whose products are for probably machi,
Yeah.
kopi,
Yeah.
the Malay ladies.
Health products, is it?
Yeah, health products,
Okay.
something like that.
Right.
They don't go online. They see it online, they see on Facebook, but then
Right.
after that they would want a different customer relationship with the
Right.
business owner.
Right.
So they need maybe they going through WhatsApp and all
Right.
that.
Right.
In Malaysia, it's so different ballgame. They
I see.
like to have WhatsApp, this banter between customer and client
I see.
and the provider.
I see.
But when we talk about the young ones and then the behavior changes.
Correct.
B2B also change. So
Right.
you must understand. The first thing is you must understand how the customer find the product.
Yeah, I think just to add on that,
Yeah.
I think target audience, knowing your target audience is really important. I think it's really crucial in trying to tackle the challenges that we have for our business nowadays, right? I feel, many companies who have participated in our exhibition before, and they did really well. I would have to say they did really well throughout the 4-day exhibition. But when they go online, it's a total different story altogether.
Yeah.
So I think that is an issue for them, and it might be an issue for any one of us as well. So I think like I said, target audience is really important. And maybe you have some tips. Maybe you can share with them how we can actually tackle that issue.
Basically, you need to understand that marketing requires funds.
Yeah.
Basically,
Right.
resources,
Right.
right? So, on how much marketing that you are allowed to do depends on how much resource you have.
Correct.
So in this case, funds, your network, etc.
Right.
Therefore, you have to look at what you have and see and optimize your marketing
Right.
strategy.
Right.
You cannot do not follow others blindly.
Right.
That's the most important issue. You don't follow others blindly.
Right.
You see your capabilities, how much money you can for marketing and grow it sustainable. You don't think, okay, I'm going to pump 5,000 into this marketing, but you do not understand your customer first. So and also you must have different marketing channels. You don't just have Facebook, right? So you must have Facebook. You must have maybe the outreach programs or even for some of my clients for the e-commerce. They market on Facebook,
Right.
and they also market they go to events and all that.
Right.
So they work seamlessly between these two marketing channels. At the same time, they have to send out emails to vendors overseas and all that. So it's a relationship marketing. It's not just online. And you got to get yourself found. Basically, what I think is for most businesses now, you got to make yourself found in Google. That is one of the most I think important things. Right. And at the same time, you must also have that depends on nature of business. You must have that personal touch to the business, because this is what people I think in Singapore are looking for, that kind of personal touch and that kind of relationship with the vendor.
Right. Okay. Another thing, I discovered or realized that there are many startups nowadays. People from the government servant, for example, who actually stepped down and wanted to do business now. So since they have no experience when it comes to running a business, we consider them as a startup, right? So how can we actually advise them, and what is the first thing they need to know before they actually embark on this journey?
Okay, I think the term startup has been used interchangeably with new business. Normally, when we talk about startup, right, we talk about a tech startup, which has a different business model than current. We call it new venture, new business. So if we talk about someone who's from the public sector or an employee to quit and start their own business, right? Then you can just call it a new business or new venture. Okay. So for people like that, they have to firstly, what I call it is a personal SWOT analysis. Right? What is your strength and weakness? And because for you, if you do not have the experience to go into something, and then you decide to embark on that, it may take you years for you to learn that skill. And then after that, years of how to market that business.
Right.
So the best thing is always look at the skills that you have, and I always tell this: always go into business that you enjoy, that makes you money, and at the same time, don't give you too much of stress. Now, this is why I say, because this is quite important to me. I've seen as a coach, a lot of people, they run their business to the end, they have no time for their families, right? So this is the thing. When I ask them, why are you doing this business? They say, I'm doing this for my family. But then the issue is this: when they are doing this for the family, but then the families break up because they spend too much on the business.
I see. So they're married to the business.
They're married to the business, and in the end, their purpose.
Okay.
So that's why I said in coaching, you look at purpose, the times.
Okay.
If the business owner is happy,
Okay.
basically, right, the business will flourish because he has freedom to think, creative and all. But if he's not happy, the business is complaining and is negative about it, nothing good will come on the business. So you need to look at that. That's why it's not that say I want to do this business. We have to look at firstly, are you gonna happy going to do that? What's your skill set?
Is your family okay?
Your family,
doing
yeah.
that business?
Yeah, we have to look into all these.
All these foundation has to be concrete.
Trust me, I have seen 10 who says I want to do business and 8 of them give up.
Right.
Because they don't understand that business takes a lot of sacrifice. Right, so you need to make that kind of sacrifice.
I think sacrifice is the word.
Then you must have. I understand. When you are new, you must ensure you have a backup plan. Of course, they are advocate. All right, we burn our bridges, or what you call that. So burn our boats so that we can just look forward. I mean, to me, there's a different kind of ideology. But if they are happy with that, but for me, I would rather make sure that you make sure that all bases are covered, especially for your family and all that. There's a backup plan, because things go wrong.
Right.
And generally in business, quite a number of things will go wrong. Right.
Correct.
So it's how a good entrepreneur is the one that solves the problems in business.
Correct.
It's not how much money and the amount of sales we make is because we solve a lot more problems. So I think that's the skill set of an entrepreneur, problem solving.
I see. Okay, for startups, I understand that most of them know that it is really crucial for them to actually follow a particular mentor or someone who has already been in business for a couple of years and to follow the direction led by that particular person. So exactly what is a coach, and what is the difference between a mentor and a coach, and how our audience can actually relate to both in that sense.
Okay, in business, it's all about trust relationship, right?
Okay.
So there's three people that, for me, that a business owner should have. Number one is your mentor, number two is your coach, and number three is consultant.
Right.
Okay.
So once you have a mentor, you have a coach as well.
Yes,
Okay.
because a mentor is different. A mentor is like someone who's in the industry,
Right.
And that one has a lot of depth of understanding of the industry.
Right.
So imagine if you are want to open a mechanic or even a workshop, car workshop. So you get a mentor who has opened a car workshop,
Right.
so he can understand the industry, where you get the supply and all that.
Okay.
But he's not going to be there with you all the time.
Correct.
Right? He's just going to
Because he has his own business to run as well. Right? Okay.
And most of the time, mentors are very sticky. They are very strictly business. Okay, for a coach, is where, all right, let's look at your coach, and these are your performance. So a coach is the person where you want to talk about your inner thing. So a coach, what he does is he goes deeper into the entrepreneur to see the strength, the weakness, the issues that the entrepreneur facing, and all that, and see how in line is towards the goal. So the coach purpose is on the performance of the business owner.
Okay, so those internal problems that you might have, those problems that you encounter, who do you actually relate to? Do you relate it to
for
the
example,
coach or the mentor? Right?
For example, if it is personal problems and all that, right? And like I say, you can have access to the mentor regularly,
Correct.
right?
Right.
So what
So
you do
you
is you have a coach. So we just want to this is what you need to do, and this is how you're going to break it down into different milestones. So that's how we work on it.
I see.
The coach needs to be very patient.
So the coach is the punching bag.
The coach is the one that runs beside you.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
The mentor says, go out there and do.
Okay.
The coach is the one that runs beside you, all right? There's a big hole there, all right? Be careful. So that's the role of the coach.
Right.
Okay. Consultant is basically when you go and go for grants and all that.
So there is another term which is called consultant. So apart from mentor, coach is another part or another segment called consultant, right?
Yeah.
So
in other words, you talk about the coaching and mentoring methodology.
Right.
Mentoring is more long term, coaching is more short term.
Right.
So there's in terms of the differences in there. So for me, I think a coach, the way I work is I'm not a mentor. I do not know a lot about the industry.
Right.
What I know is how to deal with the person or the business owner and
Okay.
bring out the best in him. A
Correct.
mentor may not be able to do that. A
Correct.
mentor may be able to give you the industry insights.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. To our audience who's tuning in, thank you very much for tuning in right now. If you have any questions whatsoever for Coach Rafi or myself, right, into any business in relation to any business, feel free to just leave your questions in the comments, and we'll be able to answer as much as we can in that sense. Yeah. All right. Talking about collaboration, talking about business combination and all that, we will be working together in a program for startups, right? And that is called the FAST FUYOOH X program, right? We'll be running in, inshallah, I think we'll be in February, on the 3rd of February, right? And we'll be deciding to actually move the location from Singapore to KL. Meaning we are getting KL or Malaysian business owners who have been in business for quite a couple of years, for example, right? If you feel that Singapore is the target market, if you want to penetrate into the Singapore market, then I would say that this program will be beneficial for all of you. All right. Maybe you want to elaborate further about that?
I think let's be clear. It's not really meant for startups. It's those Malaysian business that wants to penetrate the Singapore market, to understand the Singapore market. Then the FAST FUYOOH program is one program that you might want to consider, where you can have a booth at one event and at the same time learn more about the different consumer behavior of the Singapore market. So this is actually meant for, and at the same time for Singaporeans who would like to explore or learn more about how to market their products through the channel of expo and all that trade events. And this is also because it's not as simple or as easy as what you think, right? There are a lot of things that for example, I remember at the time we had to look into the placement of certain their products, how they place their products around their booth to ensure visibility, right? At the same time, salesmanship. So the booth is a very different way of marketing rather than you talk about Facebook and all that.
Right.
So if you are doing those kind of products, consumer products, and I think it's one of the best ways to try out booth events to see how good your products, and also to touch base with the consumers, touch base with your market segment, and get feedback from there.
Correct. As you all know that Mega Express International, we are actually an event organizer, and we do organize exhibitions at Singapore Expo. All right, and most of our exhibition are halal exhibition. That is those are consumer exhibitions, right? And we are trying to create different platforms for different business segments, right? Those business owners who feel that consumer exhibition is the right platform for them to utilize on, then our consumer exhibition or our halal exhibition will be ideal, right? But for those who feel that their products are ready to be marketed overseas, right, we are creating a trade halal exhibition or a trade halal platform for them to use it and utilize it for them to expose their products and their services overseas.
Yeah.
All right, and that will be happening sometime in October next year in 2019, or in fact this year, October 2019. All right, and there will be, instead of doing it at Expo, we'll be doing it at Marina Bay Sands. So the event is called SIHAT 2019. All right, I will leave the website link in the comment as below, so that you'll be able to actually go through to find out a little bit more about the event itself. All right, so let's go back to the FAST FUYOOH program.
Yeah.
All right, there will be a couple of trainers as well, right?
Yeah.
Some of our close friends as well. So it's not be only me, it's not only be Rafi, but there will be some other trainers as well, and they are
Rijano,
who's trolling right now.
Right. Okay, so Rijal, as you know, spirit of enterprise owner,
Right.
Business in Singapore and Indonesia.
Right.
Pullupstand.com, right?
Pullupstand.my as well.
.my as well.
Mm.
We also have Shawal.
Muhammad Shawal, right.
Shawal,
Okay.
I think he understands the nuances of the different countries,
Correct.
the way consumer behavior.
Correct.
He runs MuslimValley.com.
MuslimValley.com.
Right. Is quite strong revenue. Okay.
Yes.
Things that I
So in short, you're earning very well from
well.
e-commerce platform. So that's what I think Coach Rafi is trying to say.
And Layan Machi,
Yes,
okay.
correct.
And then we also have, of course, our FB expert, Muhammad Nazri,
Right.
who look into marketing your products through FB prior to you going to the expo
Right.
or the trade event.
Correct. Okay, Malaysians who's tuning in right now, I'm sure you guys are really very much an expert in FB marketing and all that, right? But what Muhammad Nazrin has to offer is basically how you are able to target the Singaporean in that sense. So this is a totally different component altogether. Right? So that is something that you guys need to really come in and see for yourself in that sense. So each one of us are an expert in our own fields. For example, me personally, I'm more into exhibition and event platform. And Mr. Rafi right here is basically more into business coaching. All right, Rijal is more into
marketing,
branding. Nazrin, for example, is very much
FB advertising.
Correct. Facebook advertising as well and marketing also, right? And Shawal is more into commerce platform and on
identifying the right products for the Singapore market.
Correct.
Well as I mean, for Malaysians, most of them would want to have their products to be sold in Singapore.
Correct.
So and like Malaysia, the market in Singapore is very difficult to do, like the agent system and so on. Margin is actually very little.
Right.
The market is too small.
Correct.
So Shawal would touch more on that and understand what is the best product for the current market that gives you a very good margin.
Right.
So in other words, how are you going to make money, and you must identify the right products for the Singapore market.
Correct. Okay, so coming in for Malaysian, coming into Singapore is also another obstacle that you guys need to know. Another issue is basically due to the licensing and permits by EVA and stuff, right? So we will guide you along through this process to make your process basically simpler, right? So do stay tuned lah. I would say we'll be coming up with the EDM really soon, and we'll bring more details as well. Where is the location, what is the date exactly? You will be mostly on the 3rd of February, right? And but the details we'll actually put in as we go along. Yeah. Okay, so we are opening up our session here before we end. There are some people who are actually leaving some comments. I think Ustaz Nizi gives salam to us. Waalaikumsalam. And I'm sure a lot of comments coming in from Rijal.
When you're staff, you can do that.
No, he's asking this Rijal, no, can I trust his profile page? What do you think? What do you guys think? Okay, guys, I want this session to be as interactive as possible. Please, if there's any questions, don't be shy. Just share it with us. We want to create a discussion kind of concept sessions. So just give us any questions, or we try to attend to you guys as much as we can. You guys are still as busy as we are. Okay, so if there is no questions, I'm sure some audience will be able to view this live session via replay. All right. So if you have any questions along the way, just put in the comment. I'm sure Mr. Rafi and myself or anyone who's tuning in right now can actually answer them. All right. So I would like to thank Coach Rafi for this very valuable time that he's given me. It's not really easy to find him. Right. So thank you very much. So any piece of advice for business owners down there?
Say thank you to Fazlin again for giving me the opportunity to be on a live video. And all I say is that at any time as you go along, just remember to keep power on, right? Just continue to power on, and then don't give up, right? Of course, there will be times that you'll be down, but if you are down, just give me a call, right? Come to my office, right? So free session, no worries, right? I can bring you up again, identify some areas that you need to work on, and then for you to continue and back on track. So just continue to power on.
Okay, they contact you.
You can just go to my website www.rafiansari.com and then just click and book through on website. Just click on booking, or you can just send me a PM through my Facebook, right? Or you can just leave a message here and I'll get back to you, inshallah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay, this coffee talks and business walk session is actually an FB live session that I'm going to do. I'm going to go around. As you know, I'm meeting any other people, interesting people almost every day. So I think they shared with me some very valuable tips and insights through their business journey. So, and I want to share it with them and share it with you. That's the most important thing. So that's the reason why I come up with these FD live sessions. And, so yeah, so just stay tuned, and I'll be around, moving around, and keeping you guys updated and interviewing a lot of other business owners around Singapore as well. All right, so thank you so much once again, Coach Rafi.
Thank you,
And,
Fazlin.
right, and we'll catch up with you guys then.
On.